I was thinking this was the worst hotel room I'd ever rented. Maybe the worst hotel room in the world. But then I remember the one that Mr. GPL 87 Scott rented. This one's not that bad, but bad is relative. I was thinking just ripping it off. I once had an apartment where the side of the cabinet was coming apart like this. I just ripped it off, and actually the color of the presswood kind of matched the wood grain finish, so you couldn't even tell. So I landed up in Hays, Kansas at 2 minutes after midnight. I couldn't reserve a room on hotels.com because for some reason they don't allow you to reserve a room for the night before, but whatever. So I called up hotels, no rooms available, so I called up Rodeway Inn. Yeah, we got lots of rooms. The place was only half full or half empty. But I want to show you why the place is half full, if that. So do you blame the staff when a room is filthy? Well, what they had for breakfast yesterday. Frozen something, or a movie Frozen. The only jewelry that I wear is a nice thin watch. That's what I like. Got my MP Jaws Bluetooth speaker microphone, and I slept well. The bed was comfortable. It was nice. It was quiet. The lights were good. The plug was behind the night table where it belonged, so I could plug in my dollar store extension cord, and I don't think they've cleaned behind here recently. Recent, of course, being a relative. Just like saying I visit my sick mother regularly, once a year. I visit my mother more often than that, a lot more often. So what do we got here? We got a microwave, it works. We got a fridge. I emptied it. Oh, somebody forgot their frozen treats. Yep. Schmutz. Dirty room. Dirty. 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 I put a towel down in the shower because I think this is more stain. Oh no, that's soap scum. That's coming off. Yuck. And I've seen rooms where stuff is corroded, but it's clean. This room was, I guess you'd call it half clean, because that comes off. This room was half clean. Half at best. Come on. I know guys don't mind a dirty bathroom. I'm the exception. I put a towel down here so I wouldn't be putting my feet on what looks like pee stains. So do you get mad at the staff? The girl that cleaned the room or didn't clean the room? Or do you get mad at whoever manages it or whoever owns it? There's dingy and there's disgusting. I'd say this falls halfway between dingy and disgusting, but it was $45 a night. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, somebody's smoking a cigarette. Nice. I remember when Ladybug once found a chicken sandwich under the bed. He's gone a long time, and unfortunately Mr. Muggs is not long for the world. Clean up the cigarette butts. Is it necessary to leave cigarette butts all around after guys toss them off the porch? Just flick them, flick them, flick them, flick them. But clean them up. Just have a staff member come along. That's part of the job. Clean them up. I used to own an apartment building and I cleaned up my butts. So the Rodeway Inn in Hays, Kansas gets a thumbs down because it's disgusting. It was cheap. I slept well. It was quiet. The heater worked well. The windows were dirty. And I'm hitting the road in my Ford. Yeah, I know. Fix or repair daily. Turn and burn. I heard the whole deal. The only thing wrong with it is the four-way flashers work intermittently. Switch is worn and we're leaking a bit of power steering fluid. That 1,000 miles after putting in some Lucas power steering stop leak is still leaking. It needs a pitman seal, but it's hard to change because the steering box is right on top of the cross members. I don't know if you can get a puller in there. I don't think so. And I could have used a bit more air in the tires. They're at 34 hot, but they're big tires. Truck's not overloaded. And I picked up some parts from Mr. Spiked Punk yesterday in Colorado Springs. So to report to you, Mr. Spike Punk, the calipers are junk and the rotors are junk. The bearings, you'll buy new ones because everything is loose and dirty. But basically you're getting backing plates and knuckle spindle, and you'll get new rotors off a Cadillac, re-drill them, and get you some new calipers from my buddy who rebuilds them. So the Ford's going good. We're getting 16, 17, 18 miles per gallon at 65, 70 miles an hour. We don't need no stinking air conditioning because it's stinking cold in Hayes, Kansas. Anything else I got to tell you guys? Let me pause this for a second. Sometimes I turn it off and 2 seconds later. Oh yeah, I remember. So Ms., the former Mrs. CW, former, and I emphasize former, did not buy that Yukon XL, the Yuckin, but Mr. Nick found 2 more Chevy Suburban and a Yuckin XL in Charlotte, North Carolina. He did his homework, and price is a bit cheaper, and they're a little bit closer to home. So we'll see what happens today when we give him a phone call. And I think she wants to go with the Yuckin because the Suburban's got these arrow or spear-like headlight wraparounds. It looks kind of dumb. It's got a horizontal grille, which is kind of a Chevy trademark in the last 20 years. The Yukon has a more rectangular box-like Mack truck grill, if you could call it that. They're identical trucks, white, black leather, sunroof, 4-wheel drive, same 21,000 miles, same as the one in Arizona, but they're asking a couple $1,000s less in the stupid $700 documentation fee, $695. California, they limit it to $79. Just add it into the price, but they just say, well, it's only $1 a day extra on a 3-year note. So we'll see what happens. Not up to me. It's her call. She wants a truck. I get the turbo weasel, fix whatever's wrong with it, and try undo things from a 25-year marriage. And Friday night, well, see what happens Friday night. Oh, just another ding here from that accident. Anyhow, this is a work truck. Whoever wants this truck's going to buy it. It ain't going to be cheap, but you're going to get a good truck that's been road tested. See the USA in your Ford today? It's not a bad truck, boys and girls. I know my customers. It's a good truck. I like it. Sorry to say. I just won't park it too close to the Chevys because they may just lift their leg and pee on it. It's a good truck.